Time is the most precious possession that every man and woman carries. It cannot be stored, borrowed, or bought back once it slips away. Every second that passes is a portion of life that can never be reclaimed. Yet how often do people spend it carelessly, as though they owned an infinite supply? To stop wasting time and start winning in life requires a new awareness, a deep conviction that every minute has value, and that success, greatness, and achievement come to those who treat time as their most sacred asset. You must understand that all progress begins with the decision to control your hours instead of letting them control you. The average person believes they have plenty of time. They drift through days, moving from one distraction to another, putting off their goals until tomorrow, and then another tomorrow. Years pass before they realize that the opportunities they once had are no longer within reach. This habit of delay is the first thief of success. Procrastination steals not only your minutes but your destiny. When you put off important action until some vague future moment, you silently surrender the present to mediocrity. If you are to win, you must train yourself to act quickly, decisively, and with intention. Every idea must be followed by action. Every plan must be translated into steps today, not tomorrow. Consider the great builders of wealth and achievement. They did not allow idle hours to slip through their hands. They rose early, they worked with focus, and they knew that each day carried the seed of a breakthrough if it was used properly. You, too, must become a steward of your time. Ask yourself with honesty, how many hours do you spend each week on pursuits that do not add to your growth, your fortune, or your spirit? How many hours are lost in gossip, in pointless scrolling, in idle entertainment that leaves you no wiser and no stronger? If you are honest, you will discover that the gap between your current results and your desired success is filled with wasted time. To stop wasting time, you must develop the discipline of focus. Focus means choosing what matters most and directing your entire mental and physical energy toward it. You cannot win in life if your attention is scattered. Success requires concentration, just as a magnifying glass gathers the rays of the sun into a burning flame. When you spread your energy across too many small distractions, your power weakens. When you gather it into a single great aim, it becomes unstoppable. Therefore, define your major goal. Write it clearly. See it every day. Let it be the compass that directs your decisions. If an activity does not move you closer to that goal, then you must either eliminate it or reduce it. Another way to stop wasting time is to measure it. That which you measure, you can improve. Keep a record of your hours for a single week. Track every activity. You will be shocked at how much time disappears into unproductive pursuits. Once you have identified these hidden thieves, you can replace them with productive habits. For every hour wasted, substitute an hour of reading, learning, building, or planning. Instead of sinking into endless entertainment, feed your mind with knowledge that sharpens your skill and broadens your vision. Instead of idle conversations, invest your words into meaningful connections that elevate your purpose. By exchanging wasted hours for productive ones, you will multiply the value of your days and accelerate your progress. Winning in life is not about chance, luck, or circumstance. It is about preparation, discipline, and persistence. Those who waste their time hope for fortune. Those who discipline their time create fortune. You must stop waiting for the right mood, the right conditions, or the right inspiration. They may never come. Begin now with what you have, and success will reveal itself as you move forward. The act of beginning is more powerful than the act of waiting. Action breeds momentum, and momentum breeds victory. Guard your mornings with fierce protection. The way you begin your day determines the way you live it. Many waste the first hours of the day in bed, in distraction, in meaningless tasks. The morning is the golden part of the day, when the mind is freshest, the body is strongest, and the spirit is most alive. Use these hours for creation, planning, and focused work. If you master your mornings, you will master your life. Equally important, eliminate the habit of being busy without being productive. Many deceive themselves into thinking they are working simply because they are occupied. But activity is not achievement. Filling your day with minor tasks, endless emails, and small errands gives you the illusion of progress while keeping you away from the true work that matters. To win, you must prioritize. Each day, identify the 1 or 2 most important tasks that will drive your success forward and give them your best effort. Do not move to anything else until these tasks are completed. In this way, you will transform your days from scattered motion into purposeful progress. Another thief of time is the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who waste their hours, and you will join them. Spend your days with those who complain, gossip, or discourage ambition, and you will find yourself drifting into the same habits. Time is contagious. Energy is transferable. To stop wasting time, you must align with people who value growth, who inspire action, who set high standards for themselves and others. The conversations you engage in daily will shape your thoughts, and your thoughts will shape your destiny. Choose companions who move you closer to victory, not further from it. Discipline is the cornerstone of winning. Without discipline, even the most talented individual will squander his potential. With discipline, even the average person can rise to greatness. Discipline means doing what must be done whether you feel like it or not. It means refusing to surrender to excuses, resisting the temptation of comfort, and standing firm in the face of distraction. Every time you choose discipline over delay, you strengthen your character and increase your chances of success. Each disciplined act compounds into habits, and these habits become your future. Understand that time, once wasted, is not only lost, but often multiplied in loss. The hour you waste in idleness today may cost you years of regret tomorrow. A decision postponed may close doors forever. An opportunity neglected may never return. The person who fails to master their time ends up mastered by regret. The person who commands their time ends up commanding their destiny. Winning belongs to those who value each hour as if it were a diamond, rare and irreplaceable. To further stop wasting time, practice the art of saying no. Many opportunities will come that appear attractive, but do not align with your great purpose. Many people will ask for your hours without giving value in return. If you say yes to everything, you will have no time for what matters most. Learn to decline with grace but with firmness. Every yes to distraction is a no to success. Every no to distraction is a yes to greatness. The strength to choose wisely is the strength that builds destiny. Your time is also consumed by the thoughts you allow. Worry, fear, and doubt are thieves as dangerous as any physical distraction. A mind preoccupied with fear cannot focus on creation. A mind locked in doubt cannot take bold action. You must stop wasting time in the prison of negative thinking. Replace doubt with belief, fear with faith, and worry with purpose. Direct your thoughts toward what you desire, not what you dread. The moment you master your thinking, you master your time. Small daily habits also determine whether you waste or win. The choice to read a book instead of wasting hours in trivial pursuits, the decision to exercise instead of lounging in idleness, the effort to plan your day instead of letting it drift. These small decisions, repeated consistently, become the foundation of success. Great victories are not won in a single day. They are built through the wise use of many days. Each day is a brick. Wasted days build nothing. Disciplined days build empires. There is also a secret power in reviewing your progress. At the end of each day, ask yourself, how did I spend my time? What did I achieve? What could I improve tomorrow? By reflecting daily, you train your mind to become conscious of your habits, and consciousness leads to change. Those who never review their days repeat the same mistakes endlessly. Those who reflect and adjust grow stronger with each passing week. Finally, you must understand that winning is not simply about avoiding waste, but about building momentum toward a vision. You are not called merely to avoid failure, but to create greatness. The time you save must be directed towards something magnificent, a dream that excites you, a purpose that drives you, a goal that demands your very best. It is not enough to cut distractions. You must fill your life with creation, growth, and forward movement. When your time is aligned with your vision, every day becomes a victory. The truth is simple yet profound. You already have enough time to succeed. You have the same number of hours in a day as every person who has achieved greatness before you. The difference is not in the number of hours, but in the way they are used. Waste them, and you will live with regret. Invest them, and you will live with victory. The choice is yours, and the choice must be made now, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Now is the only time you own. Use it well, and you will discover that the path to winning has been under your control all along. Every wasted moment is a seed that never took root, a harvest that will never come. Imagine what your life could look like in 5 years if you took back every minute you currently spend on trivial things and redirected it into learning, building, practicing, and connecting with purpose. Imagine how many skills you could develop, how many opportunities you could create, and how much progress you could make. The truth is that success is not reserved for the gifted or the fortunate. It is reserved for the disciplined, those who treat each hour as sacred and each day as a chance to advance. The great error many fall into is waiting for motivation. They think they must feel inspired before they act, but motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. Discipline is the steady engine that moves you forward even when feelings are absent. If you are waiting to feel ready, you will waste years standing still. Begin now, and the feeling of motivation will follow your movement. This is the law of action. Emotion follows motion. Another danger that consumes time is perfectionism. Many believe they must have the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect conditions before they start. As a result, they spend endless hours preparing but never producing. The world does not reward preparation alone. It rewards execution. Plans are useless without action. Do not waste time waiting for flawless beginnings. Start where you are with what you have, and improve as you move forward. The winners are not those who began perfectly, but those who began and never stopped. Think of how much time is lost in comparison. People measure their lives against others, scrolling endlessly through images of what others are doing, feeling inadequate, envying, doubting themselves. Comparison is poison to progress. While you watch another's journey, your own time is slipping away on you. Stop comparing and start creating. Stop envying and start building. The clock does not pause while you look around. It keeps moving, and so must you. You must also guard against indecision. Time is lost not only in distraction, but in hesitation. Every choice you delay drains your mental energy and robs you of momentum. Train yourself to decide quickly on matters of small consequence and act with boldness on matters of great importance. Indecision is the cousin of procrastination. Both waste life and kill opportunity. Winners decide, act, and adjust as they move forward. Losers hesitate, doubt, and watch opportunities pass them by. To claim victory over wasted time, you must also claim mastery over your environment. Your surroundings either fuel your focus or feed your distractions. A cluttered desk, a noisy room, a disorganized schedule, all these silently steal minutes from you. Create an environment that encourages concentration, simplicity, and order. Let your surroundings reflect your goals, not your excuses. And remember, time must not only be managed but honored. Every day is a gift, a chance to become more, to serve more, to create more. When you waste it, you dishonor the gift. When you use it with discipline and purpose, you honor both yourself and the life you have been given. Your future self will look back either with gratitude or regret, depending on how you spend your present hours. The power to shape that future lies in your hands today, in the way you treat this very moment. Time is a silent currency, and unlike money, once it is spent it can never return. You cannot earn back the minutes that slipped away yesterday, and you cannot borrow hours from tomorrow. All you truly possess is the now, and if you fail to use it wisely, you forfeit the future it could create. Those who master time are those who master life, because every achievement, every fortune, every work of greatness was built by consistent use of the present moment. Consider the difference between a winner and one who never rises beyond average. Both wake up with the same 24 hours. Both encounter the same interruptions, the same potential distractions, but one chooses deliberately, while the other drifts unconsciously. One guards their hours as a warrior guards treasure, while the other spends them carelessly on entertainment, gossip, or delay. Success is not the result of extraordinary talent alone. It is the compounded effect of ordinary hours used wisely. A common illusion that wastes time is multitasking. People deceive themselves into thinking they are productive because they juggle many tasks at once. In reality, multitasking scatters energy, weakens focus, and produces mediocre results. Concentration is the true key. When you give your undivided attention to a single meaningful task, you accomplish it with excellence and efficiency. Then, and only then, should you move to the next. In this way, you create a chain of completed victories rather than a pile of half-done efforts. Another subtle thief of time is the habit of overthinking. How many hours have been lost in cycles of doubt, hesitation, and mental rehearsal without any real action? Thought is powerful when it is directed toward purpose, but destructive when it becomes a cage. The mind must be trained to move from thought to decision, from decision to action. Thinking without doing is the slowest form of failure. Doing while learning is the fastest form of progress. The winners of this world are not those who think the longest, but those who think, decide, and act with courage. There is also the trap of routine comfort. Many settle into patterns that feel safe but keep them stagnant. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly years have passed without meaningful change. Comfort is a disguised form of wasted time because it keeps you where you are instead of moving you to where you could be. If you want to win, you must be willing to disrupt comfort, to break routine, to stretch into new experiences that demand growth. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is the only proof that time is being invested instead of wasted. To truly stop wasting time, you must embrace urgency. Not panic, but urgency. The deep understanding that your time is limited and precious. Live with the awareness that your days are numbered, that tomorrow is promised to no one, and that each hour matters. This urgency will sharpen your decisions, heighten your discipline, and keep you from the laziness of someday. The person who lives as if they have endless time will achieve little. The one who lives as if today is their only chance will accomplish much. When you rise each morning, remind yourself that you have been given a treasure of 24 hours. Decide before the day begins how you will use them. Write your priorities. Commit to your action. Then protect those hours fiercely, as a soldier protects his ground. Do not surrender them to distraction, delay, or doubt. Live them fully with energy and purpose, and you will find yourself winning more each day. Every human life is a story written in hours. Each day is a page, and every choice you make fills the lines. If you squander your hours, your story becomes one of regret, unfulfilled dreams, and wasted potential. But if you guard your time and use it for growth, your story becomes one of triumph, of achievement, of a life that inspired others. The power of your story lies not in the distant future, but in the decisions you make with the hours before you today. The tragedy of wasted time is that it often hides behind what seems harmless. 10 minutes here, an hour there, a small distraction that stretches into half the day. These pieces of time appear insignificant, but when added together, they become years of lost opportunity. Greatness is not destroyed in one dramatic moment, but eroded slowly through these daily leaks. The winner understands that 10 minutes invested wisely can produce more value than 10 hours wasted in thoughtless activity. Every small portion of time carries within it the seed of progress if you are deliberate. You must also learn the discipline of preparation. Many waste time because they enter each day without a plan, wandering aimlessly from task to task. When you begin your day unprepared, you allow chance to dictate your direction. But when you prepare, when you know what must be accomplished and in what order, you eliminate wasted effort and sharpen your focus. A plan written the night before becomes a map for the next day, ensuring your hours serve you instead of slipping through your fingers. Another reason people waste time is that they confuse motion with progress. They mistake being busy for being effective. They rush from one activity to another, filling their days with noise and movement, yet accomplish little of true value. Activity becomes their drug, giving the illusion of importance without the results of achievement. To win, you must separate the essential from the trivial. Ask yourself constantly, does this task bring me closer to my vision, or does it merely consume my energy? Cut away what is not essential, and your time will multiply in power. Energy management is also time management. When you waste your energy on negative emotions, anger, envy, resentment, you waste the hours those emotions consume. A bitter heart cannot focus, and a distracted mind cannot create. You must protect your emotional state just as you protect your schedule. Learn to redirect negative energy into productive outlets. Train yourself to let go quickly of what does not serve you. By doing so, you not only preserve your peace but also reclaim hours that would otherwise be lost to inner turmoil. The practice of continuous learning is another key to converting time into victory. Every moment you spend developing your mind, improving your skills, and broadening your understanding is an investment that compounds. Knowledge multiplies opportunities, sharpens decision making, and expands your capacity to act. Wasted time brings stagnation. Invested time brings elevation. The hours you dedicate to growth today will repay you in wisdom, wealth, and influence tomorrow. Finally, remember that time wasted is not just your loss. It is a loss to the world. The ideas you fail to develop, the talents you fail to refine, the contributions you fail to make, all of these represent gifts held from others. By wasting your time, you deny the world the greatness you were meant to share. By using your time with purpose, you not only win for yourself, but uplift those who will benefit from your work, your service, and your vision. The truth is clear. Every wasted moment is a lost opportunity, and every wisely used moment is a step toward victory. To stop wasting time and start winning is not a matter of luck, but a matter of choice. You decide whether to drift or to direct, whether to surrender to distraction or to seize each hour with intention. If you choose discipline, focus, and urgency, your days will build a life of meaning, achievement, and fulfillment. The clock is ticking, but it is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally when used with purpose. Begin now, and let every minute from this day forward carry you closer to the success that was waiting for you all along.